Thank you for your infinite love, guidance, and protection, Spirit. Please use me as a conduit of light to deliver this message to whoever needs to hear it. And that whoever needs this message be drawn to it like a magnet. Oh boy, we got twin flames here. All right. Which is not surprising. I'm a twin flame. I've been called to speak on twin flames for better part of 8 years now. So let's dig in here. All right. So what I'm seeing right now is that you're in separation. There was some sneaky or secretive energy involved in outside sources. I want to say family or friends. And because of, the other person that you're dealing with here, because they're dealing with external sources, they've kind of like sold their soul to it. They don't know how to break these emotional ties, right? And because of that, it's left your connection in a space of being frozen, your twin flame connection. And that's really frustrating. It is a really frustrating position to be in. I understand what that looks like. I understand, when you're in that space where you're focusing on yourself, right? You're trying to focus on yourself. You're trying to move forward. You're trying to align with your most authentic version. But the person that you feel this tether with, this twin flame, this energy, it's like always there. It's always present. It's always like, even though you're not in this space where you're speaking, there's still a part of you that feels frustrated that this person that you feel such a deep soul connection with isn't in alignment. They're still frozen. They're still being manipulated by the matrix. They still have their soul tied to this place where, or their decision making even in this place where it's coming from a place of trauma. It's coming from a place of fear. It's coming from this place of like, I want to take this leap, but it's big and it's scary and I don't know what I would even do. I don't even know what the next step would be, because you want to know how you know what the next step would be? You go through the healing process, you get quiet and by yourself and you tune into spirit. So you have that inner guidance. But the problem is that 9 times out of 10, your divine masculine, I'm assuming I'm speaking to divine feminines here. That's the energy I'm feeling. Your divine masculine or the other person who's refusing to see themselves, they're not able to get into this place where they can hear the guidance so they know what's next and they can get out of that fear. They're not in a place where they can hear the guidance because they're constantly selling their soul to their friends, their family. They're giving their energy, their focus. Everything is given to the matrix and the people within it who are manipulating them. Their job is manipulating them. Their family's manipulating them. Their parents, their friends, everything within the matrix, who, let me just mention, doesn't sit quiet and get inner guidance and come from the most authentic version, who isn't in alignment with a higher timeline that's going to this new beautiful place, aka New Earth. Like, these are people that aren't in alignment with that. And then your person who was supposed to create this new thing with, right? This is what the energy that we get into. It's like we develop this beautiful relationship with somebody and then it gets ripped out from underneath us. And it's like we can't seem to move on with anyone else in any relationship. It just doesn't feel the same. It's not even the same. It's like you can't connect. You get to this place where it's hard to connect with anyone on the outside and move forward and just forget about, because it's like you're not supposed to forget about it because it's supposed to be teaching you something, and even in these separation periods, we're being taught things, and so are they. And it's like, it doesn't matter how many times you try to cut the cord, guys. I have tried everything because I get so frustrated. It's like, why would I want to be with this person who's doing this and doing this and doing this and is toxic in this way, and it continuously chooses to come from a place of trauma and not choose this divine connection where we've had these moments or even significant amounts of time where we've maintained this beautiful divine connection that we always feel tethered to, but then boom, it gets ripped out constantly, just keeps getting ripped out from underneath us because the person that we love unconditionally. Clearly, we love them unconditionally, guys, right? Because you're sitting there watching them go through so much shit, watching them choose the most ridiculous shit over you, the divine feminine, who is this beautiful, oh my gosh, the divine feminines out there. I can't even express how amazingly, insanely divine and expansive your energy is. It is like next fucking level. Like, any man in this world would be lucky to have you. Like, just next level. And then you're sitting in this fucking energy, guys. I have to take it here because it is that frustrating. You're sitting in this energy where you can't stop loving someone who keeps fucking up. I don't care how intense I sound right now. It is so frustrating. It is so frustrating. But it's like, how do we get out of this frustrating energy? Because you know what that brings? Resentment. It's like this space of like really wanting somebody to just get their shit together. But when we get into this like righteous anger where we're like, okay, I am angry at the situation. That's okay. Admit those emotions. We're not here to suppress and pretend it's okay. And we just have to be better. Because if we're better, they'll be better. Because it's a mirror. Like, fuck all that advice. You know what the advice is? Just get present and connect with spirit and know that this is the only moment that exists right now. We're not reaching for some future. We're not reaching for some person. We know our love is self-sourced. We know that there is nothing out there that has to complete us. We do know that we have this bond and this soul tie to this person who, when we come together, our energy is explosive. And can that energy have the potential to really expand this universe in a beautiful way if you both get your in alignment and your ducks in a row and everything aligns in the divine timing and all that? Yes. And that's like the ultimate, that would be beautiful. I don't even want to say goal. I don't like goals. Screw a goal. We're here to be present. We can have dreams. We can write those dreams down. We can get details and guidance and all types of information from spirit. And then when that divine timing comes, we align with it. But it's not even a goal. It's dreams. It's being present and connected and following the synchronicities and watching the magic of life unfold before you because you recognize that you're connected to it, that you are it. And you stop wasting your brain on this bullshit connection that is, you want to know when it's going to be ready? When your twin flame is standing in front of you, surrendering to who has already surrendered to spirit and his own self-source love. So he has loved himself to the capacity that he can love you. He can't love you because he doesn't love himself. The divine masculines out there, if you're not in divine union right now, your divine masculine probably doesn't feel good enough. That is the main trauma that they deal with. They don't feel good enough. They were told they should be somebody else. They're being controlled by a parent or a spouse. They are being controlled by their jobs. They think they can't leave because of money and lack. That's what they're in. And a lot of us divine feminines have already transmuted a lot of that. Well, if you've already done it, why hasn't he? So don't listen to that advice where everything that you do and everything that if he's still in his negativity or his lack or whatever, choosing to sell his soul, so this, that, and the third, if he's still in that, that's your fault because you haven't done the healing and got secure enough in yourself. No. He has his own free will. You have your own free will. You get to choose to align. He gets to choose to align. If you align and he's not, that doesn't mean, oh, you're not doing the work. I have to keep saying that because I don't want people to get down on themselves that there's somebody out there using their own free will to make stupid fucking decisions and somehow that's your fault. I'm sorry. I don't align with that. I align with in every given present moment, you get to decide what energy you lead with. You get to decide what your intention is. You get to decide if you can hold your own emotions and feelings and do the healing work. And so do they get to decide. Right? And your life will be a reflection of your own choices, and so will theirs. And if they want to align with you, then they'll do the damn healing work and do that. And if not, spirit will send you what you are in alignment with. And there's plenty of fish in the sea, honey, and you can connect with other people. just because it would be beautiful if it happened with this person because of the insane amount of expansion and soul work you could do in terms of shining a light on the path for others when it comes to relationships. That's what us twin flames are here for in a lot of ways. Like, we are here to show the new earth a new type of relationship, how expansive love can truly be. But if you have a limited belief system that you can only do that with this one person, that's what keeps you stuck in looping, because that's not self-love. Thinking that your end all be all is this connection and union with this one person, that is not self-love. Self-love is, I don't need anyone or anything outside of me to feel whole, to feel like I'm worth a damn, to have fun, to create, to manifest, to have magic unfold in any given moment, because the only thing that exists is right here, right now. How am I going to choose to show up in life? What energy am I choosing to show up in? Is it worried about what somebody else is doing? Hell fucking no. Does it hurt? Yes. And sometimes when it hurts, you have to allow it to. So when I get in these places where I'm getting freaking irritated about it, where I'm sitting there and I know they're sitting or they're crying themselves to sleep or thinking about it or wallowing in it, but don't even have the balls to communicate, right? Or if they do, it's from this scared, fearful place. It's like, just let it go. Let them go sit in their own shit. And when you feel those emotions come up, hold them. I literally will, sometimes I get in these frustrated places. And it doesn't mean I'm not self-sourcing my love. This is self-sourcing your love. When you get to these places, instead of trying to yearn or reach out or whatever, you let the cry out. You talk to spirit. You're like, Spirit, I'm frustrated. This person I love so much acts like they don't give a fuck about themselves and inadvertently doesn't give a fuck about me. That hurts. Sit with it. Talk to spirit about it. I'm here saying the hard things because most other teachers don't want to say the hard things, because that doesn't keep people clicking and liking and following. What keeps people clicking and liking and following is this false sense of hope that this person, or if you do something and try to control it, the situation a certain way, all of a sudden your union will happen. Stop. There's so many people out here make a whole freaking business off of twin flames trying to manipulate. There's nothing to manipulate. Be present with you. Hold yourself. Love you. Talk to spirit if you feel the emotions come up. You'll get to the point where it's like, I know what this feeling is. This feeling is that I unconditionally love someone who doesn't love themselves, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's no different than the reading I did yesterday about parents, this unconditional love. It's like twin flames bring that where the person who's supposed to love you the most doesn't. If you have that trauma, that abandonment, that neglect, emotional neglect, which even the divine masculines, all of us have that. Because most people are not emotionally available. Most of your parents were not emotionally available. Most of us don't even understand to the capacity of what emotional availability is, because we can't even hold ourselves. And that's what we have to come into. I've only pulled 4 cards, and spirit just is like, just fucking talk, Kelsey. Just fucking tell everybody what this is actually about. So we stop looping on the twin flame journey, and we start getting really real with what it is and who we are and how this world works and how energy works. And the only thing we have control of is ourselves in terms of how we show up in any given moment and how we're present. I do want to pull another card here, because I'm just going off on a tangent. But we all need to hear it, me included. I can own that. I'm not up here as a teacher or an intuitive or whatever, a guide, to sit here and act like I'm holier than thou. Half the messages I preach, I need the same dang ones. This isn't preaching. This is just me asking spirit to use me as a channel to say what people need to hear. People need to hear that they need to love themselves and get present and self-source it, right? And stop expecting people, places, and things to show up and fulfill them, to make them feel whole. You feel whole based off of yourself. Rise again. Every fall is for a higher flight. Absolutely. Every fall is for a higher flight. And that's just it. Like, we fall so many times in the twin flame journey. How many people have been in and out of separations multiple times? all of us, right? If you're still listening to this, I'm assuming you're on the twin flame journey. Why would you waste your energy on watching this video? But how many times are we going to rise and fall? And guess what? Every time we take the fall because we want to believe that someone's changed, that's what happens to me. My twin will come back. Like, this is what happens. Mind you, we lived together for 5 years, okay? But he'll come back, then leave. He'll come back saying, you know, I think he really does think that he has changed. And he probably has changed in a lot of ways. But like, to the exponential amount that I've changed in the past years that I've been by myself and living alone, it just, in my brain, it feels like he has so much catching up to do. I don't even know that he's capable. So why don't I just go live my freaking life? This is my logical side, you know? Why don't I just go live my life and just be happy and be open to, like, you know, a high level soulmate coming into my life. Be open to, like, whatever, just flow and know that spirit has got you. Know that spirit is not gonna forget. You out here doing all the work. You're out here, like, being strong, even though the person you love is out here crashing and burning and might not ever come back to you. Like, that's tough, guys. That's tough. But you're out here holding it anyways. You're out here ascending and healing and choosing to be present and aligning with spirit and listening to that guidance come in and deciding to respect yourself. Respect yourself instead of run to all your old coping mechanisms and all that, guys, and blame the world, right? Even when I ache, I'm growing. Yes, spirit. And you know what, guys? Just this week, I've cried about my relationship with my twin. And I haven't seen him in like at least a month. And I see him here and there. Sometimes I go 6 months without seeing him. So, you know, who knows, you know? And it's always like some random check-in. And it's always like you get your hopes up and then crash, burn, disappointed. They choose their friends and drinking and toxic family, toxic jobs, toxic coping mechanisms. They're still choosing all those things, right? And they're just hoping one day you'll just accept it. I don't know. I don't know what they're hoping. All mine does is just promise me a bunch of shit, but is too afraid to actually execute. And I feel like that's what it is a lot of times. You get with them, it's always great. I don't have bad experiences when I'm actually in the space. The bad experiences are the fact that most DMs are avoidant and completely suppress their emotions, grew up in families that didn't acknowledge emotions. And like, what? There was a problem? Oh, we all forgot. Let's pretend it doesn't exist and continue to live their life, right? So like, that's how they approach the connection, right? In a lot of ways. And I'm just giving certain examples. Everybody's situation is different. But I would say a lot of people that follow me aligned with my situation because you would still be watching my videos where I'm continuously sharing experiences that align with my situation, right? And plus I get comments and stuff where I know, you know, people need help. As much as I hate talking about this shit, because I just want to forget it. Like, I can't, for years, I've just wanted to cut the tie. And trust me, guys, I've been in long-term relationships. I've been married before my twin and all that kind of stuff. And it was very easy to move on. If I didn't have kids with my ex, I probably would forget he even existed. Like, that's how easy it is for me to detach. And it always has been that way my whole life. But this relationship, oh my God, it is the most frustrating thing. It's the most frustrating thing. As much as I've been even trying to move on, years, guys, years. This makes no sense that you still be attached to a person. That's how part of the reason you know you're on the journey is A, you feel called to all the information about it. And B, you couldn't move on if you freaking wanted to because you've tried every possible way to move on and detach because you don't want to be attached to this person who's never going to fucking be what they need to be for you. That's what it seems, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that is the way it is. And this might seem very negative and frustrating for people to listen to that are on the journey that might not want to hear it. But I'm telling you right now, like, that's how it feels, right? But the best part of the journey is now I am the most happiest version of me that I've ever been. Ever. And I'm alone. And I've been alone for years. And it took being alone to get there. I mean, really being alone, not distracted by friends and on the phone all the time and this, that, really being alone, really getting quiet in a room and speaking out loud to spirit, really shedding the tears, not just once. It's a process. It's peeling back the layers, right? Really, when I'm getting upset, sitting with myself and acknowledging my own emotions and being present for myself and holding myself, all of that, guys. That's how I started stepping into this higher version of myself that was like, wow, like life is good. And it doesn't require some person to make it better. Might that happen one day? I would love for that to happen one day. Would it be a miracle? You want to know why it'd be a miracle? Because my standards and the way I want a man to show up in my life at this point in my life feels so far removed from how I've seen my DM moving in his life that it almost seems like, how could that ever happen? How could this person ever become emotionally available enough to meet me where I'm at? Because I'm doing the work, baby. And I just don't, and that, like, that's okay to have that doubtful energy. Like, I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to sit here and be all airy fairy and like everything is just the highest vibration. Like, that is unrealistic and ungrounded. Grounded is saying that we're human. We've been through trauma. Everybody else has been through trauma too. And how are we going to work through that and love ourselves and express and emanate loving energy through it and accept people for where they are and allow them to use their own free will to choose how they want to navigate this journey, because you don't get to control that. And don't you dare chase anyone. If someone is ready for you, you will never have to question it, because they will be showing up. They will be reciprocating. A man will be protecting. He will be providing. He will be, if you tell him, oh, it's okay, you don't have to help me, he will be showing up helping, be ready to receive, because when you're on this healing journey, it's going to start coming in. It doesn't have to be, your twin flame that comes in. And honestly, like, if you want to expand and grow into a secure person who has a secure attachment in terms of relationships and comes from a healthy space, you have to practice that within relationships with other secure people. So in my opinion, it would be healthy to be able to do that. Like, a huge part of detaching would be great if you could come to this place where you self-source your love, but then you're open to allow somebody who is also self-sourcing their love to come in and share things with you, because then you can work on receiving. Because I'm telling you right now, when the secure love comes in, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be a learning process. You never loved in a secure way before. We all were coming from these toxic, avoidant, anxious, whatever, all the different styles of showing up in a relationship that are toxic. We all came from those places. So it takes time to learn how to come from a secure, healthy place and to work with somebody who also is, because the triggers still come up, but it's how you respond to life, how you respond to this person, respect, love, consideration, and this deep devotion. And I think that's if your divine masculine comes in, how will you know it's real? He will be so deeply devoted to himself and the connection, and none of the matrix. He won't be devoted to some job over the connection, over his family, in terms of you and whatever children or whatever you may have. He will be a man. He will be showing up. He will be present. He will be providing. He will be leading. He will be offering solutions to problems and then executing. He won't have to make excuses as to why he didn't show up. He won't have to make excuses as to why he can't provide or why he can't this, that, or that. He won't even be in your life if he isn't doing those things. It's this deep love and unconditional love and devotion is what a healthy, healed man shows up in. So if you don't see that reflected, then that's not the man for you, twin flame or not. And then you getting so firm in who you are and what you expect and how you expect others to show up in your life, because you do too, right? Because you're healthy. You deserve someone who is healthy. Because you show up and are considerate, you deserve that. Someone who shows up and is considerate. And that is that reciprocity is what you need to look for. when it comes to, moving on in life and moving on in a relationship and learning how to expand and secure relationships. Isolating forever also isn't the problem or isn't the solution. But it's not a bad thing to be alone forever either, as long as you have community, Yeah, I want to pull one more card and then we'll close out. I've just been ranting, but this obviously needed to be heard. It's not easy, guys. I'm on the journey too. I'm at the point in my journey where I don't want to see my twin flame. There's no way in hell he's ready right now. I saw him a month ago. He ain't changed that much in a month. I mean, I believe in miracles, but grow up. I don't have time for it. Fox spirit again. That wasn't this reading, but maybe the last reading I did. I've been getting so many foxes lately. Strategy. Employ the power of your vision and long-term planning to bring the ideas to life. What Spirit's saying is you've done so much healing work and now you've been like isolated and alone and you haven't allowed yourself expand and when new opportunities come in. And I think they're talking about relationships here because that's what this whole thing has been about. And Spirit wants you to rise again. Spirit wants you to employ like all the information you've gathered and everything you've learned. Let me tell you something. You become an expert on freaking relationships when you're trying to work out why the hell this twin flame journey isn't working out. And in that experience of becoming this expert in relationships, in a sense, is that you become secure and healthy. And now you have the tools and the strategy to move forward and be in a healthy, secure relationship. And Spirit wants you to be open to that. Stop clinging to this person who is stuck and frozen. And they've been sneaky and lying, trying to keep you in their lives and this is where the sneakiness and lying comes in with the DMs in a lot of ways. It's not that they are malicious towards you on purpose. Because they wouldn't be your twin flame if they were. Because your twin flame loves the fuck out of you. You already know that. And you do too. And that's the crazy thing about the twin flame connection. But the thing of it is the reason they've been in this sneaky energy is because they're trying to keep the old version of them and bring it into a new timeline with you. And it will never work. How many times have they tried to do that and it hasn't worked? But they think because you guys are tethered together that they can just do whatever they want and you're going to accept it. Because maybe in the beginning you did because you didn't want to. You wanted to work through the relationship. You wanted it to work out. You wanted it to be good. You wanted to work through problems, right? Then you realize this ain't any old relationship. This is something I don't even know. Like you're connected on such a level like you don't even know what to do with it, right? And Spirit's just saying like the reason for the lies and the secrets is just because they wanted you and their old identity. And they still, to this day, have not figured out how the hell to let go of that old identity. And they haven't been able to choose you because they haven't chose them. And you were an aspect of them, right? It's like an amoeba where you guys come from the same source, right? And then it blobs off into two. But it's two wholes. It's so when something comes apart like that, it's still coming from the same source, but it's still two whole things. And you both are two whole things. You don't need each other to survive, but your blueprint it's the same. Your soul blueprint is the same. So you won't align with anyone else in the way that you can align with them, but you can align with people and share an insane, expansive love with other people too. And now you got the tools to do it. Okay. And your twin is still hanging on to the old timeline and being secretive and not wanting to open up and be and detach from those things that are holding them back and open up to their own guidance and get quiet and alone. They just can't do it. It's the coping mechanisms. It's the attachment to the old identity. I can't give up this job. I can't give up pleasing my mother. I can't give up my friends who have all their opinions and they're freaking married to the Matrix too. It's like all these things they can't give up for themselves. It's not for the connection. We always want to take it personally. We want to cry. We want to do all these things because we think it's us. It's never been us, guys. It was never us. It's just them not being able to love themselves. Okay? It's them not being able to let go of things that don't love them. And most of the time, they don't recognize those things don't love them. The Matrix has convinced them. Their friends have convinced them. We love you. We want what's best for you. Their parents, we love you. We want what's best for you. And that's the exact things holding them back. And until they come into that recognition and are brave enough to do something about it, use everything that you've learned through all these difficult situations on this twin flame journey in order to move forward strong, because they don't have to move forward for you to. So just get present, get connected to that inner guidance, and spirit will bring these things forward, and you will rise again, and you will be loved again, and cuddled again, and kissed again, and all those things that you deserve. Don't sit here and wait for somebody who isn't freaking loving themselves to love you. You could be waiting a whole lifetime. You could be waiting 12 lifetimes. You don't know. So love yourself now. Love your life now. Be connected now. Detach. It's okay. There might always be that lingering love there, but it doesn't matter, because you are only aligned with what is good for you. All right, guys. I love you so much. Remember, even when you ache, you're growing. That's such a beautiful reminder. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you want to follow my other channels or donate to the channel, it's linked below. I love you so much, and I will see you on the next one.